screw every last video, article, and bullshit that's spoiled, like, the ending. I'm not gonna spoil it here, but I will say Vader did it better. But it was still damn cool when this guy did it. One, I saw, like, a screenshot. I didn't see anything else other than, like, or like, oh, this thing, and I'm like, fuck you, all of you. Screw all of you for spoiling that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, that's the same thing, like, when the Fallen Order came out, and they spoiled the ending of that, and it's like, what the hell, man? I do have Grogu here. But, yeah, I saw the newest episode. I finished the rest of the season of season 2 of Mando, and I loved it. It was really damn cool. And it was really badass. And, like, the ending bit was like, okay, like, I'm not someone, like, honestly, as someone who didn't really grow up too much with the original trilogy, like, I knew of Star Wars. It was memed to hell by, or copied, or basically homage so much by everything that, like, I knew the gist of it. I am your father. You know, everything. That's actually, no, I am your father. Or something like that. I can't remember. I know the quote is misquoted a lot. But, like, and that's the thing, like, here's the thing, as someone who, I like the sequel trilogy, like, here's the thing, like, I knew of Star Wars, I've seen a little bit, like, before Force Awakens, I saw a little bit of the Clone Wars, I saw a little bit of, I just heard that the movie of the Clone Wars wasn't good, and then I watched, I seen the prequels beforehand, at least to me, I always felt like they were super long, and stuff like that, and, like, I wasn't someone who was really that much into Star Wars, and, like, I also knew that there was comics. When the Clone Wars TV series came out, the animated one, I kind of just thought, I'm like, that's just another spin-off TV show that really doesn't connect to the actual movies or whatever as well. Oh, until later on, I'll find out it does. I'm like, oh, okay. And then also, like, I basically, after I saw The Force Awakens, that I actually think, let me try to actually watch it, because I like that movie. I'm like, let me start watching the other ones. And yeah, me and my brother literally watched episode 1 through 6, and I guess I fell in love with it, because I started watching all of the Clone Wars. I watched all the Clone Wars, including the movie, which it's they say it's a movie. It's really just the first 3 episodes of the show. I watched the movies. I watched all of it, and you know, I'm not someone who, I read up lore of different things, and it was so damn disappointing when I found out, why do lightsabers have different colors? And they said, oh, because there is no reason. Red ones are synthetic, and then green and blue ones are just there. That's the reason for color. I'm like, that's disappointing, especially after Tron Legacy, where I found out that the lights on the suits showed what you were. Whether you were white was you're a user, blue is you're a program, green is, if I remember correctly, ISOs. Yellow is you're corrupted or you're a virus, and then there was other colors too, and then red is if you're just, like, I think authority or, like, given, like, some kind of clearance, and then and mind you, the green color one, it really more came from the video game Tron. I can't remember what it is. You basically play as Anon. It was an alright game from what I remember playing. I actually want to get it on the PC, but yeah, like I like this stuff like that. So. And I did even like how the sequel trilogy ended. It was pretty good. I like what happened with Luke and everything like that. And now Mando, I feel like, is going to bank on that more, because the Mandalorian is pretty much doing what the Clone Wars did for the prequels. It's setting everything up from Snoke's clones to Luke starting his Jedi Temple. And I think because of this, I know where the next season of Mando might go. There are obviously loose ends with that, like, okay, spoilers from here. Mando now has the Darksaber. Mando now is now basically the King of Mandalore, technically speaking. Which I'm like, hell yeah. Did kind of stink that I didn't get to see him swing the sucker around. But, yeah, like, basically from there, he's now the King of Mandalore. Grogu goes with Luke to his Jedi temple. And basically, is going to be one of the students. Kylo Ren is also 3 years old at this point. I think 3 or 4 years old, if I remember correctly. I looked it up. Like, what is it? Like, the show, Mando, takes place 9 years after Return of the Jedi, and Kylo and Ben Solo was born 3 years prior to this. So, like, I think 4 years after the Battle of Yavin or whatnot. So, it's like, yeah. But, yeah, so Grogu's gonna go with that, and we don't know what happened to the Mando's, or to Luke's students after Kylo Ren. Well, technically, I guess Snoke burned down Luke's temple, and then basically it looks like we're gonna follow up with that in Mando, which I'm like, all right, yeah, go for it. like that's gonna be cool. I think that's gonna be really bad. Like, the way I see that season 3 is gonna happen, I feel like the Mandalorian is probably going to, like, this is what I'm thinking. Mandalorian is probably going to time skip. Like, because we have Boba Fett coming, we have Ahsoka coming, we have all these other shows coming. My guess is, a big thing that's going to happen is the Battle of Mandalore, as well as Grand Admiral Thrawn, maybe. But the Battle of Mandalore might be a big thing that's coming. And the Book of Boba Fett, which is supposed to be coming out soon as well, well, next year, but whatever, that the Book of Boba Fett might show a little bit of, like, the battle for Mandalore, as well as, might even show Mando, obviously, because, Darksaber. And, like, that's where we'll see, Mando appear in that. We might see Mando appear in Ahsoka and, like, other stuff. And, like, basically filling in the gaps. And then I feel like season 3 of Mando might actually be it, skipping far enough ahead, basically skipping to where Luke's temple burns down. Everyone's like, what the hell? And that's when Mando's like, where's the kid? And basically, Mando then has to scour the galaxy to come find Grogu, who I'm sure at that point will probably be old enough to talk. Maybe, I don't know, like, where's my phone? Like, I had to look up something real quick. Like, when did Kylo Ren burn down the Jedi Temple?
According to Esquire, Ben Solo destroys Skywalker's temple in 28 Abai.
So 28. So that is. The Mandalorian goes down in 9 ABY, putting Baby Yoda well on his way to the moment OG reached peak powers. Yeah. So my guess is that literally by the time of. Yeah, like why Kylo Ren killed Baby Yoda in Luke Skywalker's temple. Will Kylo Ren. No, they're not. My guess literally is that they're going to skip Mandalorian. 28 years later, Mando is going to be an old man. He's going to be an old man. Still probably obviously played by Pedro Pascal. But they're probably going to, like, white out his hair. Like, he's probably going to... My guess is they're going to have him with his helmet on throughout the entire thing, and maybe at the very end, like, you'll see him take off his helmet one last time, and like, I feel like season 3 will probably be the last one if they don't have Mando appear in the other things to fill in the gaps. Like, season 3 will probably be the last Mandalorian season, and Mando will, like, the very last thing is when he finally finds Grogu again. Like, it's going to be, like, very sentimental, something like that. It probably also mirror, like, right now, the season finale of this, where it's, he takes off his helmet, shows Grogu, you see how, like, you see like, the sadness and everything in his eyes and all that stuff. It's really good. But my guess is that they're going to skip ahead they're gonna have the entire adventure of Mando. The season 3 will be the entire adventure of Mando trying to find the kid, and then at the very end, you'll see like maybe he's like maybe Grogu's grown up like a little bit, and like he's able to talk and stuff like that. Like he'll probably hear like some of his first words. Maybe he'll call Mando Dad or something. That'd be really cool. And then you're gonna see Mando like after being beaten. After like probably getting beaten, like probably showing like how he's kind of aged and stuff like that, you're gonna see him take off his helmet. You're just gonna see like an older you're gonna see like an old Pedro Pascal. Like you're gonna probably see like wrinkles, see like gray hair and stuff like that. And so like basically that he's kind like he was probably done like 10 years before this, because you gotta think like isn't he pushing like 40 or 50 by like this show? How old is the Mandalorian? He's about 36 to 29. He's about 36 to 39 years old in the Mandalorian. So my guess is like he's gonna be like, well, he's about 39 years old. Then he's then in 20 something years, he would be around another 10 years, so he'd be like 50 or 60 maybe. I think 60 is probably too hard. Like he'd be like, he'd probably already a little bit past where he probably should have stopped being a bounty hunter, and like yeah, like that would be, I think that like that would be like basically the bookend. Like hell, maybe like in the end, like he's trying to find like all the other younglings. Maybe he finds a few of them. Maybe one of them, and like it's always like he thinks it's Grogu, but it's not. And then by the very end, finds Grogu, takes off his helmet, looks old. They finally find each other and like hug. I don't know, something like that. I think that would be kind of cool, because it would bookend Mando's story. You would have Ahsoka. You would have the Boba Fett, if there's any more after his first season, like, or if that one's just gonna be its own one contained story. The Battle for Mandalore, all that stuff, like you could literally have all that bits and stuff happening. Like that's literally where it could end, and I think that would be kind of cool. It would be really damn cool if it ended at that point. Like, and it probably ends like at the beginning of like the First Order, basically, too, because at some point the Empire is going to shift, or the remnants of the Empire are going to shift into the First Order, while the Final Order is happening off on Exegol for however many years. Well, the remnants might actually split off, actually, because I think one of them is going to go to the Exegol to make the clones or whatever, because obviously that's basically what they're apparently setting up with Grogu's blood being used for Snoke and Palpatine to try to, bring about the clone, stuff like that. Maybe we'll see the creation of Palpatine, the clone body that's in Rise of Skywalker. If anything, if they go that far back, we could probably even see like Rey's parents, like maybe Mando is one of the people who helps like Rey's parents escape. So we might even see like a young Rey too, which basically doing what Clone Wars did and what the Bad Batch is doing, and what Rebels was more added on. Like I feel like Clone Wars, the show, needed to happen to flesh out the prequels as well as fix some things. Mostly Anakin, but also adding Ahsoka, which is awesome. But yeah, also like we could probably then later on see Luke meet Ahsoka. That would be really badass. That'll probably happen in the Ahsoka show, because she is basically his aunt. Like she is basically his aunt. Like Ahsoka saw Anakin as a brother, an older brother. So yeah, like Luke will most likely be Luke is basically her nephew. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I liked season 2. It was cool. I feel like season 3 should literally be a time skip. Like, at what happened to Mando between 2 and 3? Go watch Boba Fett. Go watch Boba Fett. Go watch Boba Fett. Go watch Ahsoka. Go watch Rangers of the Republic, because Mando will be popping up in those. But if you want to, but I feel like the Mandalorian should be about, like, I feel like the Mandalorian should at least be 3 seasons, and should be based around Mando and Grogu. It's really funny because I'm not going to call him Din Djarin, because for me, he's Mando. Grogu, on the other hand, I will call Grogu. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Mando should be specifically about the father, like the father-son kind of relationship between Mando and Grogu, and, you know, what Mando will do to protect his kid. And basically, you know, literally, I'm just gonna say this. Mando was gonna leave Moff Gideon alone. Mando was just gonna give the Darksaber to Bo-Katan. Because he doesn't give a shit about your worldwide plans of bullshit. He does not care. Just take your shit, let him get the child, and he'll leave you alone. It's pretty much like he is pretty much the John Wick of Star Wars. It's like, just leave the damn dog alone. You all can do your own crime shit, or just leave him alone. You all can do all your big crime shit. You could rule the world, have this giant monopoly on assassins and all this shit. You can do all of that. Just leave the man alone with his dog, or in this case, his child, and just leave it. But no, people keep pissing him off and taking his kid, or wanting to kill him for his kid, or try to take his kid, and so he then has to come and kill you all to then get his kid back, or to make his kid safe. Just stop. But they won't. And, you know, a big thing of it is, you know, a big part of all that is literally and, like, that's why I'm saying, like, the perfect thing they can do is have season 3 skip ahead and be about Mando trying to find Grogu again. Maybe it's like him, like, you know, he's trying to find the Jedi kids, because obviously, you know, he's trying to find Grogu, doesn't know which one it is. They just know, oh yeah, Jedi kid is over here, or something like that. And he's just going around the galaxy to try to find them. And, like, you can see slowly as, you know, he's probably settled down on that planet with that one chick with the blue frogs. And like, now he's like, he has to put back his armor on. He has to, you know, he's probably not as good at shooting as he was. He probably put down being a bounty hunter years ago. But now, years later, he probably has a new ship, obviously, by now. Maybe a new set of guns, because I'm assuming he doesn't just end bounty hunting right after this. But, like, you know, he's older. He's probably not as good as he used to be, but he's still good enough to kick the ass of a few First Order stormtroopers. Well, stormtroopers, because I think at that point the First Order, unless the First Order is already kidnapping kids right now for you know, for everything, I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're like, I don't think they're gonna have Mando kill a bunch of kids, or maybe they will. Like, they're gonna have stormtroopers come. He's gonna just shoot them all. He's gonna knock off one of their helmets, and realize, oh shit, this dude's like 18 years old, and he's like, oh, I just killed a kid. Well, shit. Then go about his day. No, like, that probably be repercussions and shit about that. But so, like, I feel like that's what they should do. Time skip to till after the Jedi Temple burns down. He's like, what the hell? Maybe Mando, I would hope, would still have the Darksaber. Like, you know, it's the same damn thing with Rebels. It's like, oh, Sabine's gonna wield the Darksaber? Epic! oh no, she's gonna give it to Bo-Katan, even though we had a whole episode dedicated to Sabine training with the Darksaber, learning, okay, yeah, I can wield this, and it'd be cool to have a non-force wielder, lightsaber wielder on the team as a main character, but no, we're gonna take that away from Sabine, who I feel like could have deserved it, or you done that more, and we're gonna give it to Bo-Katan. And we're gonna give it to Bo-Katan because, meh. And then, and now Mando most likely, I don't know, maybe season 3 won't skip ahead and they'll follow. That's the thing. I feel like Grogu is an important part of it. At least, even if he's not on screen, he has to at least be somewhat of the goal for Mando, I think. But Bo-Katan's just gonna be pissed off at Mando and probably like, I'm gonna have to kill you, and like Mando's gonna have to kill her. Or just be like, just take the damn thing, leave me the hell alone. Mando is literally the John Wick of Star Wars. Just leave the damn guy alone, take the lightsaber, or just leave him alone with his kid, and you're fine. Come fuck with him, and he will kill you. But thank you so much for watching. Which videos that I've done. Links are on my Facebook around there somewhere. Please check out my videos. And we will see you later.